Alright, I am about to head out for AVNJ's Adventures number 11? I think we're in double digits now. Maybe this is number 10. I don't know. The idea, I'm taking a train down to Florida for my brother's wedding, okay? Now on the way back, I'm going to stop at as many places as I possibly can driving. So I'm going to go from Florida, through Georgia, through Tennessee, through Virginia, maybe through West Virginia, through Maryland, through Pennsylvania, and then back to New Jersey, stopping for fish as much as I possibly can. It's going to be probably the longest distance I've ever covered in an AVNJ's adventure. Let's hit it. Well, I have left Florida. I am officially in Georgia at the first site where I'm trying to catch a shiner and a darter. And it's a bit deeper and murkier than I expected. I don't know why I thought Georgia would have like clear streams in comparison to Florida. I mean, it's fairly clear, but it's plenty murky. There are shiners on the top of the water. Hey, who knows? Maybe we still catch some cool stuff. I'm gonna try my best, even though it's quite deep and I can't really see very much. See what we can do. Well, absolutely no one is surprised that the first fish I come across are mosquito fish. Who knows which one? Still kind of pretty. But yeah, that makes sense for this like slow moving slothy area. I guess that's what's sitting on the surface over there as well. I'll have to find a more unique section of the stream if I'm hoping to find a darter and a shiner. Don't know how I'd go about that. This seems difficult, but we try our best. Well, I swooped through some vegetation, and in addition to more very pretty mosquito fish, that is a pygmy sunfish, I believe. Very beautiful species. I'm gonna get good photos of that one in the tank. Oh geez, look at that. That's a bit unexpected. That's a whole ass Essox species. Who knows which one? Man, there are a lot of really cool bugs on these plants. Chain or American pickerel, one of the two. Well, I saw a big group swimming freely out in the middle, and I speared it as fast as I could, and they're all mosquito fish. Also, I think there's a hole in my waders because I feel like my foot is wet. So, well, it seems that this location, wherever this person found this shiner and darter, I do not know. Maybe there's a different stretch of the stream and they, misput it on iNaturalist. Whatever, but finding the baby sunfish is pretty cool. Not baby, pygmy sunfish, pretty cool. So I'll take that as a win for this spot and move on to the next spot. Okay, this is sick. I don't think I've ever seen a stream like this. There's like rocky clear water there, but then pure muddy vegetation here. This is sick. We're in North Georgia now. Let's see. What? Look at this. I'm sure you guys can't really see because of the glare, but vegetated, fast-flowing, rocky water. I should probably keep my net down, huh? Holy crap, this is cool. Oh, I see fish moving. Probably just mosquito fish here, right? Nope, that's not a mosquito fish. That's a shiner. Sick. Beautiful tiny shiners. Beautiful tiny shiners. Shiners. So beautiful and tiny. Oh, hello there, Mr. Stretch Spider. Beautiful and tiny shiners. Tiny shiners. So beautiful tiny shiners. Okay then, a little rude. Jesus. You guys think you're going fast enough on this rural road? My God. Anyways, this creek is awesome. I don't think I've ever seen something like this. Probably the most unique creek I've ever been to. Baby hogsucker. That's certainly unexpected, but I guess it makes sense. Fast flowing creek. Lots of nice vegetation for them to hide in. Very pretty area. I'm sure that hogsucker loves it here. That is not what I was expecting. I was trying to get some darters in the riffles here. There are a lot of shiners and darters here, obviously because of the riffles and vegetation. So that's mostly what I'm targeting. Was trying to scoop for darters. No success yet, but look at this beautiful crayfish. Holy crap. They make them different down here with all these colorations. There's two of them actually I caught in a riffle. He's finding his way back to the water. I'll let the other one go, but those are probably the most beautiful crayfish I think I've ever seen. Do not tell me that I came all the way down here just to catch another freaking two-line salamander. So many of these guys all over New Jersey. They are pretty though. I keep catching the same shiners, I think at least. It's hard to tell or to get a good photo of them because they never stop hopping. But I'm trying to explore different sections of the creek. It's getting decently dark now, so I can actually start to flashlight stuff. Believe it or not, it's actually easier to find shiners and darters and stuff like that at night if you have a good eye for it. Just being able to isolate that little area and stare at it is pretty nice. So that is what I'm doing right now, just looking around with my headlamp, trying to see if I can spot a funny colored darter. There's a couple in here that I don't have. There's a couple shiners in here I don't have. May or may not have already got them. Is that a darter right there? Nope, it's a leaf, but you get the idea. I believe after running into like, I don't know, 50 of the little tiny versions of the shiner, I believe I've finally caught an adult. Not 100% sure, but this does appear to be an adult. Should be pretty easy to identify with all the yellowing on the front of the fins and that thick black wedge on the caudal peduncle. It's a very beautiful shiner. I am a big fan. Bugs all over me, as expected. It's a little bit creepy here, especially at night. You know, somewhere I don't know, nest of something that I don't know. And I have had absolutely no success so far finding darters, but I am hopeful that they are here. I mean, it's a perfect environment for them. I just have to come across them. Okay. I just saw a log perch. I was really stupid and tried to drag net them. I forgot that log perch are literally like their power turns off at nighttime and they're no longer capable of functioning, which means at nighttime you can kind of just place the net behind them and then guide them into it with your foot. But I was kind of a big dum-dum head and tried to overtop net them. So hopefully I find another log perch and that wasn't the only darter in this entire creek. I'm sure I'll come across another one. I just, got lucky and spotted one and got too excited and forgot the method. So a reminder to keep calm when fishing so that you don't accidentally miss a fish that you should easily have caught. Oof. Okay, that was an effort, but I found the big dog, the mother of all, the biggest one I've seen so far. I believe these are all baby shiners of this species. That is gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, the water quality is not the best, but holy crap, the shiner is gorgeous. Look at that dorsal fin. It's freaking rainbow, bro. I believe this has to be a tricolor shiner. Look at it. It looks like an oil slick. It's so rainbow. That is crazy. What a beautiful shiner. Holy crap. Look at that, man. That's awesome. Just this random half swampy, half flowing creek at nighttime. All right, now let's go get one of those darters. Just found the babiest of baby sculpins. I doubt this guy is even identifiable unless there's only one species in the area, because this is a tiny, tiny sculpin. Oh, look, there's not a spider on me. Water strider on me. There's flies everywhere, man. I'm just freaking, I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just swallowing bugs as I go. It is gross. Catching shiners every swing though. But really, I'm struggling for darters. I saw that one log perch. I'm mad that I missed him, but I'm gonna keep trying for a little bit longer. I don't want to stay too long because I do have people waiting on me, and it is nighttime in the middle of nowhere in a kind of creepy area. But I got that tri-spot shiner and maybe a different shiner and the killifish. I don't know. Maybe we've got two species, hopefully three. I'm gonna try to get one more, I think, and then I'll go. Well, just dip netted a whole ass trout. That's a first, I guess. Actually, it's not a first. It's a first for here, though. Pretty cool. All right. I realize you're getting minor cam right now because I've got the freaking light on my head and you can't see anything, but I'm going to head back for the day. I believe I'm done. Don't want to keep people waiting too long. I'm sad. That must have been basically, oh, look, if I get close enough. It must have been basically the only freaking log perch in the stream. Usually if there's like one darter, there's a ton more, but there's supposed to be 3 species of darter here, including the log perch, and I only ever saw the one, so I don't know. Maybe that was just the freaking only mobile log perch in the entire stream and I screwed it up. Ah, well, eventually I will get one, mark my words. But I have to go for the night. I'm being attacked by bugs. They just land all over me constantly. I regret wearing short sleeves. I hope they are not the biting kind of bug, because if they are, I'm gonna look like a walking bug bite tomorrow. Let's just get out of here. All right, it is next day. I am officially in Tennessee. I'm stopping at an elementary school. It's funny, it's always churches and elementary schools. Best place to find good parking next to streams. And yeah, we're gonna see, I'm targeting just one thing here, just one darter, and then I'm gonna head out to Conasauga, which has this giant river snorkeling hole. I'm gonna go swimming for a while. It is Memorial Day. Hopefully it's not too crowded there. I'm just have to hope for the best in that regard. And see all the million darters and shiners that I can find there. But first, I'm trying to find one Persina darter here. So let's do it. Okay, it took me a while to find it, but I found this little mountain creek thing here. It's fully channelized, like the area that comes into it here, they've fully like sectioned it off and everything. It's really ugly, but I see a ton of fish up here. There might be stuff that I didn't write down because I thought I was going to get it at Conasauga, but I ended up coming here first. But my main target is Persina. I believe it's the snub-nosed black-banded darter. Maybe it's not a Persina, I don't know. But it's a darter, so I know I'm going to want to look in these riffles and rocks, and that's my strategy. Okay, first fish of the day. Some sort of chub-like thing. Doesn't look exactly like a creek chub. It looks like the scales are more of the Nicomis genus. So I'm not totally sure, but I got two of those. Pretty small, but there do seem to be bigger things around. Just gotta manage to net one. Oh, there's one right there. That looked like a darter, actually. Let's get him. Well, okay then. Got some decent sized shiners going through that little pool there. Doing better. Wow, look at this. It's like a fall into the worst, excuse me, Mr. Bird, into the most ugly place ever. But right above it is a falls. Stop it. This is a very odd stream. I don't know where I'm going to find a darter in here, but I'll try. I think this creek must be like highly altered by nearby development and such, because this is a weird creek. Like, it's kind of ugly. Whereas yesterday I said it was like one of the most beautiful creeks I've ever been to. This one's one of the most ugly I've ever been to. I mean, it's just bad. Like, everything about this creek just doesn't feel natural. The sediment's wrong. The bank is wrong. I mean, there's a freaking sideways tree right there. Just not very nice, but can still contain very rare fish, so ah well. Okay, well, at the very least, we got a stone roller, which is cool. It might be large-scale stone roller. I don't know how many species are around. Large-scale stone roller is a species that I don't have. That's probably what those little baby guys were. They probably weren't Nicomis, thinking about it now. They're probably baby stone rollers. All these guys swimming around. I don't know if you can really see them. I don't really know where I'm going to find a darter here, I'm going to be honest. It's a pretty shitty stream. There's not really many good riffles or anything. I'll explore a little bit more, but for one fish, it's probably not worth spending that much time, especially when I've got the Conasauga area later, which is going to have infinitely more species. So probably going to head out of here soon, just give it a few more chances. Okay, I officially saw at least one darter. I think I saw two. Murked it up a bit though. I think sight fishing is going to be the best way because none of my normal methods have caught any darters, but I have seen two. I also caught this crayfish. He was very prettily colored. He has something growing on his face. But look at that dark color. What? Oh, there's a baby on the underside. Okay, there's a baby clinging on. Okay, that's crazy. Anyways, let this clear a little bit. Take one or two more swings for a darter, hopefully get it so that I can head to the next location. It is pretty cold today, so I'm hoping that the snorkeling hole where I want to go to for the rest of the darters won't be too crowded. I was told that on Memorial Day last year, it was basically impossible to get into the creek at all because there were so many people swimming. But since it's cold today, I might be the only craziest person out here willing to do it. All right, let's check for darters. I've seen a few more darters, so I'm spending a few extra minutes, but first sunfish of the trip. Very pretty. Have a nice life. All right, let's get a darter. I want to get out of here. All right, well, I caught a sculpin, so I'm going to take that as a sign that I was not seeing darters, but seeing sculpins, because they do move like darters and go under the rocks and all. So I sunk cost fallacied myself at this creek a little bit. Spent too long, but ah well. Let's head to Conasauga for the hopefully the best part of the day, and hopefully to kind of finally catch a freaking darter. I've been in the south for 2 days and haven't caught a freaking darter. Well, we're definitely in the middle of nowhere now. I have no signal, but there is the beautiful Conasauga River. There don't seem to be that many people. I think I was right about the fact that it being cold would deter people. Hey, that looks fun to climb. I think I was right about the fact that that would deter people. So I've got my net and my waders. I may also go snorkeling. You know, it is what it is. If it's cold, it's worthwhile for me to get the species. I can get back to warmth at a later date. Who cares? It looks like there's a lot of fun spots to explore, and it doesn't look too deep at any particular moment. So I may be able to just wade and net, you know, flip rocks and all that. I'm just trying to get decently far away from the families to where I have my own spot and won't be questioned or disturbed or anything. Saw this guy in the falls. I don't know if this is another one of the tricolor shiners. It certainly looks like a cyprinella. This one has tubercles on his head. He is really beautiful. Look at all that coloration. I assume this is probably the same species. Sorry if you can't hear me, the river's kind of loud. Anyways, look at that beautiful fish. So I got halfway in the water. I was ready to snorkel, and I decided, nope, too cold. Far too cold to go snorkeling and diving today. So I got out of the water. And then I said, you know what, Zach? You're in Tennessee and you came all the way here, so you might as well. And so then I jumped back in the water so that I had no time to think about my actions. And it was cold. I was only able to go around for like 5 or 10 minutes, but I found a couple things. Now I'm checking out a creek that connects to it. My friend said that spawning rainbow shiners should be here. So this is just middle of nowhere, little creek on the side of a road in a forest. And it looked decent size, so I'm hoping that it'll be easier to catch all of these darters and shiners and everything in this tributary rather than in that main river, because holy crap, trying to dip net with waders on and all that in the Conasauga River is impossible. It's just giant boulders everywhere. It's fast flowing. Catching a fish, trapping a fish, impossible. This stream looks more like what I'm used to, so I'm excited to see what I can do here. The darter drought is ended. I was beginning to think I would never see another darter in my entire life. But that is a darter species. Who knows which one? I'll get the fins up and take a good picture. Darter number 1 today of hopefully many. Definitely an Ethiostoma species. Very pretty red and orange fins. You can see that he probably has some kind of like greenish or bluish coloration on his sides when he's colored up. This might be a female or just a male that's not breeding right now. Yeah, let's get more. Well, goddamn, who needs a hook and rod when you can dip net a beautiful bass? Holy crap, that is gorgeous. And definitely not a largemouth or smallmouth, probably one of the local bass species. Very pretty. Also got a stone roller. Wow. All right, I did get a darter. I believe it is different. Doesn't have quite the same like elongated shape. The other ones reminded me of fantail darters. This reminds me more of like a pure Ethiostoma darter. So I think that is a different darter species. I also caught that bass. So this stop was worthwhile. I think that's gonna be my last fish for the day though. I'm getting quite tired and it's getting close to dinner time. I have to head back. Got people waiting on me. And then I will continue the adventure. I may go fishing tonight, late. We'll see outside the hotel. But otherwise, I have about one more day. I believe tomorrow will be my last day of fishing here. Fishing for darters in this area presented a lot of challenges. It was very, very difficult and frustrating at times. But well, you live and you learn, and it means that I can come back and I still have tons of species to catch when I do in the future. So that's cool. All right, let's do it. All right, welcome to Virginia, and probably my second to last stop. This is a decent sized river in Virginia, and our goal here is only the Swannanoa darter and the black sculpin. That is basically all that I'm targeting. So all I need to do is flip rocks, because both of those species are going to be chilling under rocks in rapid areas like that. So I got to get myself across to there so that I can target them, because it's quite deep over here. I don't think I could wade across. Yeah, that's the goal for now. Well, this might be it. Camera won't even focus, but here, take it out of the way. There is a tiny sculpin on my finger. Baby, baby, baby. And this is most likely a baby black sculpin. So this is the species I'm looking for. I'm gonna try to catch a bigger individual because, you know, but hey, I caught one, I think. After catching 5 or 6 babies, finally got you. I don't know if they're also mottled and banded here, so maybe this isn't even the right sculpin, but I believe it's a black sculpin. Let's get some photo tank pics. Well, hello there, Mr. hopefully black sculpin. Very pretty, very nice features. Looks exactly like banded and mottled sculpin, so who knows if it's actually a different species. I mean, sculpins tend to be pretty indescript. Telling the difference between them is basically impossible, but ah well. Looks like this rock area is good. I'm gonna try to photograph and catch a few more sculpins just in case that one wasn't the right species. I don't wanna leave and be like, oh yeah, got it, and then I didn't actually get it. All right, I caught a darter. I don't know what the Swannanoa darter looks like. I probably should have looked that up in advance, and I don't have connection now, so I can't tell you what he looks like. This looks like a fantail of sorts. In fact, this looks a lot like a fantail darter. So this might just be a fantail darter, unless Swannanoas are one of the forms of fantails. It would be really funny if I walked out of here with like a darter and I'm like, yep, that's a Swannanoa, and a sculpin. I'm like, yep, that's a black sculpin, and neither of them turned out to be that species. I'll take good photos of this guy in the tank because he might yet be a Swannanoa darter, but I'm gonna keep netting, try to get a few darters, a few sculpins before I leave. This is my second to last stop anyways, so spend the time. This sculpin looked different enough to seem worth photographing. He's got like a white patch on his tail. I don't know if he's just missing scales, and a white patch on his head as well. He just spit out that little black thing. So if the other one wasn't a black sculpin, hopefully this one is a black sculpin. And if the other one wasn't a Swannanoa darter, I'm gonna try and catch one more, and then I'll probably head out for the day. All right, I'm having no luck with darters. Caught a few more sculpins and photographed them just in case. I think that's gonna be it for this location. I have one more location to head to, and it is about an hour away. And it's gonna have a couple shiners, darters, and I believe another sculpin that I wanna find. So just gonna focus on that, try to get, you know, let's say we'll target to get 2 more species before I head home to New Jersey. That's gonna be the goal. So at the next location, we'll try to get 2 new species. All right, let's head out. All right, welcome to the last location. This is a nice little sandy creek here in the middle of nowhere in the mountains in Virginia. And yeah, there's a couple darters, a sculpin, and some minnows. So I'm just gonna try all various forms of netting and see what I come across. Well, I got the tiniest baby sculpin again. Seems to be following the same theme as last time. So I believe that has to be a Kanawha sculpin. I think that's the only sculpin species that is here. So I believe that'll be a new sculpin species, and I'm pretty sure the darter or the sculpin that I got at the last site was a black sculpin. So I think I got 2 new sculpin species today, which is pretty cool. I have not gotten a new darter. I've been doing pretty poorly on darters this trip. Let's try to get a minnow. A flat rock might be good for the tongue-tied minnow, or some kind of darter. Well, I got a darter. I think it may just be another fantail though. I don't think it's any of the special ones that could be here. Certainly looks to just be another fantail darter. Oh well, still cool to document new fish in new areas. Shiner acquired. It looks very swallowtail-like, but I don't think it's a swallowtail because the black doesn't go through past to the nose. So it is something swallowtail-like without being a swallowtail, which is pretty cool because it means it's probably not a species that I have. I know there's like one shiner that's endemic to this area, so I'm really hoping that that is what I caught and that I have enough detail in my pictures to identify it as such. I believe this is just a stone roller, but it is a pretty one. I don't know if there's different species of stone roller around here. I don't think there is, but I'll take a pretty stone roller any day. They're a pretty common fish, but who knows? Maybe it's something else, some other kind of sucker, something. I don't know. I think it's probably a stone roller, but it's the biggest thing so far, and I'm getting better at catching things. So soon I shall catch something interesting, I hope. Got a nice baby trout. Wild. Usually they don't stock them at this size. This is probably a wild trout, which is pretty cool. Didn't really expect to see that, but I guess with how fast flowing this river is, it makes a lot of sense. Now here's an interesting catch. Is this a torrent sucker? It's built like a white sucker, but it's got the patterning of a hog sucker. I wonder if this is a torrent sucker. Let's put him in the photo tank. Yeah, I don't know much about suckers. Maybe it's just a hog sucker. and I'm being stupid, but it kind of looks like a torrent sucker. I'll have to relook at the photos though. I haven't seen a picture of a torrent sucker in a while, so I could be totally wrong. I think I've about fished this creek out. I don't know what else I'm gonna find right now. The water level's kind of high, so it's difficult to come across anything. I'll try for a few minutes and then that'll probably be the end of this AVNJ's adventures. All right, I caught plenty of crayfish, which means there's enough good sized fish in here to be feeding all these big crayfish, but I wasn't able to find the fish themselves. So that is going to be it for this AVNJ's Adventures, East Coast AVNJ's, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, something like that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you next time I go on an adventure.